Yeah.
Real big. They're syndicated in like over 200 markets.
Hello, Harvey.
Crook or Chase?
I'm not. Do I sound like
Did you hear somebody say hello, Harvey?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is Charlie in Nashville. Hi, Cloris.
Oh, hi, Charlie.
Yeah. Harvey, I heard you mention you did the show at NAPTY. That was a lot of fun down there, too.
Yeah, that was you, right?
Yeah, that was our show.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
We're doing well. What's the capital of Tennessee?
Don't tell me, Nashville.
Chattanooga.
You're right.
A lot of people would say Memphis. A lot of no.
All right, you guys ready? Here we go. I've been watching you for the past few interviews here, and you guys are really cranked up about this show, aren't you?
Yeah, truly.
Why?
That's why.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's so exciting about it, Harvey? Just relax.
What's exciting about it?
Yeah.
What's exciting about it is that it's a melt. Every time I talk into this camera, the guy goes, "Hey, don't you see the red light? We've been doing it for 3 hours. Don't you think you should get up?"
Everybody's arms go that way, pointing. I look up at the ceiling.
I'm going to tell this camera. What do you think of that? No. Why is it exciting? It's exciting because it's a Mel Brooks world. It's a world that very few people get to enter, and we've done a number of pictures with him. It's a crazy, wonderful, distorted, terrific, exciting world to be in. It's a bizarre, off-slant look at life. Now, then we get together with his partner, who's Alan Spencer, who even takes Mel Brooks into stratospheres that he hasn't dreamed of. And then he gets together with us, and we're quite mad, and then he surrounds us with a mad cast of madcaps and great scripts and wonderful crew. Just like you heard on the Emmys the other night, we have that kind of chemistry, and we're not even on the air yet. It almost seems like we've been on the air for years with a hit show.
Yeah.
That's how it feels. It's so good, and it gets better every week.
Now, Cloris, if you'll set the scene for us a little bit here about the characters the two of you play, you're a hot little number, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, I keep up.
Yes.
I keep up. I get cleaned out, and I put the good food in here.
Mm-hmm. And then what's Harvey do?
I'm Ms. Frick from Zurich, and so we know all about how to get
Yeah, she
healthy.
claims she's not German, she's Swiss.
I'm Swiss.
All right, and tell me about Reginald J. Tarkington over
Reginald, my
Or
darling,
the
my
old-
heartthrob, Reggie. Well, I'm going to bring you over to Reggie. Here we are.
Yes.
Reggie is my heartthrob, and he runs a hotel, and he cares a great deal, and we care about him. And I take care of him, and I make him happy, don't I, Reggie?
Yes,
I scare him to death,
That's
actually,
right.
is what I
This is
do.
not the Partridge Family.
Yeah, I understand.
No.
What makes this such a screwball operation? This is a hotel that was once grand, right? You pointed her.
Yes, yes. It's seedy, it's run down, it's impoverished, it's crazy, it makes no sense. But Disney had this great big...
Gorgeous $1.5 million set.
And Disney, being economics-minded, said, we've got to put something in here. So let's just make up a thing. Let's get Mel Brooks to make up a thing, and we'll have a plot, and we'll have a story.
They didn't say any of that. They didn't even have that. They said, let's get Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks called, and he said, okay, we'll get Harvey and Cloris, and we'll do a hotel.
Something.
We'll send up the hotel. And that's what happened. And, but the scripts are fine writing, and
Nobody will be able to do a hotel show after this.
no,
This will take care of the hotel shows right after.
Actually, the hotels is supposed to be seedy, but it's the richest, most gorgeous.
Looks like the Plaza,
it
in
does.
New York.
Well, you know, Mel Brooks is writing, along with Alan Spencer, who gained fame in Sledgehammer.
Right.
I'm sure the scripts are wonderful, but do they let you improvise and deviate from the script and come up with your own stuff?
We don't deviate
Well,
from the
have you
script,
ever
but we
seen a bigger
improvise all the time.
deviant than her?
A deviant. I am a deviant.
Oh, yeah. But it's not a question of deviating. Sometimes
It's filigree and embroidering. It's all around the whatever
it's filigree
they give
and
us.
embroidering.
That's what it is. And what
Took
else?
the words right out of my mouth. And it's, you know, most of the time when you're working in half hours and you have to do a different show each week, it's hard. The jokes come hard. You know, you're trying to be real and still try to do jokes. Our scripts are so rich, you never have to fight them. So, but we refine, we transpose, we'll put in a little thing here, we'll improvise. We have the kind of a cast that reminds me of a studio band here in Hollywood. Everybody that's playing in the band could conduct. So Mel calls us self-starters. So we're always pitching and evolving the script, writing on our feet until we get, and you have to do it quickly, you know, because this is a very time-consuming way of doing television. We work 14 hours a day. Sometimes you only get 6 or 7 pages. So it's very hard, it's very agonizing, but we're trying to give it that sparkle, that spontaneous feel that Mel likes, and the television, it works better on television. And we seem to be doing it.
Yeah,
And
it seems when you improvise, you always come up with some great comedy. That's usually the result. Do you do this before a live audience?
No, we don't. And it's pretty hard to be improvising and get that sparkle and that spontaneity on the 15th take.
No, it isn't.
So, but
no, you do it every time.
Yeah,
Harvey.
well, we try, but it's hard. It's harder doing comedy this way, but we get a rich look, and we get to do great physical humor, which you couldn't do in tape comedy.
But
so
every one of us knows how to think, how to work, how to improve something, how to build on it, and each one has an off-the-wall mentality. And when you get all those together and put some heart into it and some reality at the bottom, that's where we start. Then you can really.
Yeah.
Like on a trampoline goes.
Now, we don't need a director, we need a referee.
That's right. I would say we look like the Muppets, you know, when if you got all the Muppets in one room, that's what we are like.
Well, the two of you, along with Mel Brooks, I mean, you're known for your feature film work of late. You're getting back into series television. Is it a grind? We always hear from actors and actresses, it is a grind for series television, is it?
The hardest work in the world is a one-camera film television show. It's arduous, and I realize I'm standing there in a lot of padding and a wig, and it's really hard. I really have to be battle ready all day long. I can never sit down or go to the bathroom or do anything. I just stand there waiting because I can't get in and out quickly. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. You're so proud. You're so proud to be included and to be one of the bunch. Just because you have a nose like a banana, I don't think you're one of the bunch.
There is a cost, however, and when you saw on the Emmy Awards the other night the people thanking their wives and their husbands and their families, it's very understandable because you don't get to see them very much. I have 2 young daughters, 4 and 6. I leave in the morning, they're still sleeping. I come home and they're sleeping. And it puts some strains on the marriage because you're not communicating, you're not being with your mate. It's quite a trade-off to do television or to do films this way, but as Cloris says, it's worth it if you don't blow the rest of your life.
I would not have been able to accept this had my family still been at home. They've grown. At least he's married. You know, he has somebody holding down the family, but I could never have done this had I been raising my children. I would have had to only be able to do sitcoms. This is what is called a sitcom. I don't think should be called that. That's a situation comedy. What we have really is a situation out of which comes comedy. Most of the sitcoms that we're all have been on are jokes that are built, and you can't deviate and embroider around that. It ruins it. It's a real...
Very well put.
Well,
yeah.
You make this show sound like work is fun, which is good, and that's why you go in and do that. Getting back to the hotel aspect of this, will you have big stars show up as guests? Is this almost like the Love Boat landed?
We had one and he was cut out. Wasn't needed.
We have one star that was in the pilot and he was cut out. And he was funny.
Yeah.
No, we don't want to do that. We don't want anything to distract. This is an ensemble show. I think as you see it, as the audience get used to it, you'll see this in an ensemble show, that it's our little group, our family.
We're the B team.
And and we don't know. We don't want any of that.
Okay, so you have a long-term contract with Mel Brooks for mega bucks and lots of shows,
Who said anything about mega bucks?
Who said long-term?
No.
Who said Mel Brooks?
It's wonderful working for Disney. We get paid in animal crackers.
I get to go on the ride first if I want to go on the big...
Yeah, we get free tickets for the haunted house.
Yeah.
No, it's not for bucks and it's not for glory. It's for work that's good, that's satisfying. If we can make some contribution into television comedy, make folks feel a little better after what's going on in this crazy world, that makes it worthwhile.
My mother would come and visit once in a while, and she would be so thrilled if my 2 sisters and I, if we could all be together. And she'd say, "Oh, I could just pinch myself." And so we've teased her about that ever since. And so now I would just say about this, "Oh, I could just pinch myself."
It's great fun.
We're privileged.
All right,
We're
folks.
privileged.
Hey, thank you very much for your time. Good luck with the show.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
Okay.
See you folks later.
Bye.
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 Quarter of 10.
Okay.
44 minutes.